Hey guys, this is Matt from DrawingTutorialsOnline.com and PaintInTutorialsOnline.com. I've got two sites. Hope you're not confused over it. I get a little confused sometimes, but basically what I want to share with you is something really, really cool today. It relates both to your digital paint-ins, your physical drawings, and your physical paint-ins. And what is this tip? Well, this tip is you get to a certain point. We're about halfway done with this portrait paint-in tutorial right now. And you get to a certain part, and look, I stop working on it. I'm like, ooh, something doesn't look right. I gotta fix it. How can I fix it? I've been staring at it now for about like 12 hours. So what do? You turn the paint-in or the drawing upside down and you look at it in a completely abstract way. So now you trick your brain and it's like, okay, I am not painting or drawing a nose. I'm doing this abstract shape. And you see things, you're like, oh, I turn it upside down. I'm like, oh God, look, her nose is kind of jutting out of her cheekbone a little bit. Her tip of her nose is going to the right. And I kind of have the tip of her nose very, very even with her cheekbone. So I can look at a bunch of other things. What I can really look at is abstract shadow shapes. And in essence, what you're doing is you're looking at the angles of where the light touches the shadow. This is very, very important. For those of you guys who work from reference, let's say you're an illustrator and you take photo reference and you're trying to get that person on that book cover to look like the photo because you hired the model, because there's an age involved with the character of the book. And okay, I got to get it to look like this model. She's a 22-year-old girl, and or you're painting a portrait for somebody from a photo, and you're like, okay, I got to get it to look like this person. And after a while, like your eyes check out, and you look at your artwork over and over and over again, and you still aren't quite sure where you're missing the likeness. And that's where this very simple technique comes into play, turning your artwork upside down. Again, it's something that you don't want to do too much of. You want to spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I believe I spent maybe less than 10 minutes. Well, this video is sped up by 40%. And look, you don't even see me painting right now. What am I doing? I'm looking. You've got to look at, if you're drawing from life, look at least 50% of the time. If you're working from a photo, look at the photo reference at least 50% of the time. So when you're looking at me paint here, this whole video is sped up by about 40%, and you're like, oh God, he's not even painting. And the reason why I'm not painting is because I'm looking, okay? You gotta just step back, lean as far as you possibly can away from your artwork, and stare at your reference. Observe. That's why you want to combine the 3 different disciplines. You want to combine painting and drawing from life. There's a necessity. You got to work from photographs, and of course, working out of your imagination. In this particular case, you're doing a portrait painting of somebody. They're very, very busy people. They can't sit in your studio all week and pose for you, nor do they want to. So you got to work from a photo. And so this is just such a cool way to get a likeness and going in there. And all it just takes a couple of brush strokes. Sometimes it's just like, boom, one brush stroke and you got a certain angle. Boom, one brush stroke, you widen her forehead a little bit. So I just wanted to, like I said, share this with you. We're doing some pretty cool things over at PaintInTutorialsOnline.com. We are in the middle of this very long portrait painting project. And I'm pretty happy with the way that it's coming out. I mean, right now my video screen shows everything very, very, very pink. Yeah, it's just the white balance on the video camera that I'm using. And over at DrawingTutorialsOnline.com, we are starting a brand new series. And that brand new series is going to be all about drawing the figure completely out of your imagination. It's going to be a step-by-step process. So that's where we're at. And like I said, I just want to show you what we're working on, and I want to give you that tip of the week. And the tip of the week is basically to work upside down when you are having troubles with a likeness. Now, let me give you a couple other tips here. Another great thing that you can do is you can take your paint-ins or your drawings and put them against a mirror. When you put them against a mirror, you see it in a whole different way. You see it backwards. So you start to look at angles and negative space and all those measurements that I talk about at both sites in a whole different light. Let me give you another tip. Another really cool tip that you should do when you're stumped with the likeness factor is you should bring your paint-in or your drawing out of the room, out of your studio, and go bring it into a dark hallway and look at it in a different light. Bring it into a room that is bathed with light and look at it in that room. Like sometimes when we look at something over and over and over again on our drawing table or our drawing board or easel, things tend to look the same. And it's almost like yourself. You got to take yourself out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your studio and draw other places. It's the same thing with your artwork. When you're working on something that is taking you days to work on, bring it out of your studio. I'll give you a quick little story here. Years ago, when I used to be an illustrator full time, I had like perfect lighting in my studio, and my studio had a lot of light. So when I would bring it to the art director's office, the paint-in that is, their office would be completely dark because it would maybe be against like another building in Manhattan, no sunlight coming in. So my paint-in looked dark. So that's another reason why you've got to, do something like this where you look at your artwork in a different light and look at it upside down. I think that stuff is really, really, really important. So I hope you enjoyed this short little tip. I don't want to overtalk it, but I did want to share this with you because a lot of people are just you might have heard about this once or twice, but you forget about it. And stay tuned and look for those drawing the figure out of your imagination tutorials. I'm going to post part of them. I can't post them all because the members will get a little ticked off at me, but I'll post part of them on YouTube, and I think that would be really, really cool. Let's check this painting out right side up, and let's see where we're at right now. This is an oil painting, by the way, done with Winsor & Newton oil paints on a hardboard. Let's see what we've got. Okay. There she is, and she looks really cool. And yeah, you're not seeing the reference. So you're like, he's not showing us if he got the likeness, damn it. Okay, didn't do that on purpose, but I'll see you guys soon. Be good.